friends, it's Miss Brittany.
Oh.
Brantley, you want to say hi?
Hi.
All right, friends, today we have 3 things to do. The first thing we're going to do is read a story. It's called Goodnight Gorilla. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to go on a letter hunt. And the third thing that we are going to do is pick out an animal that we would put in a cage. So the first thing we're going to do is read our story. Make sure your bodies are calm, voices are quiet, and your eyes are watching. Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. Goodnight Gorilla. Look, this one you have to really look at the pictures.
I want to see.
Goodnight Gorilla. What is the gorilla doing?
What?
Do you see him taking the zookeeper's keys? I wonder what he's going to do. No words on this one. Look at the pictures.
No words on that one.
The gorilla is out of his cage. Good night, elephant, the zookeeper says. What do you think's gonna happen to the elephant?
He's gonna get out.
You think he's gonna get out, Brantley?
Yeah, by the key.
Look, the elephant is out. Now they're saying good night, lion. Good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe. Look at that gorilla. He's opening up everybody's cage.
Yeah, here's me.
Good night, armadillo. Does the zookeeper know those animals are all behind him? The zookeeper looks like he's going into his house now. Look at the long trail of animals behind him. Look at your pictures.
I want to see.
All right, there's the zookeeper. It looks like he might be taking off his shoes before he gets into bed. See all the animals?
Does she see all them? Does she?
Good night, dear.
Why do you not see him?
Now the room is all dark. You can't see anything, and you see everyone saying good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. All the animals are saying good night. There's only 2 eyes. Those eyes look scared. They look surprised. They look big and round.
Why are they settled?
Why do you think? Let's see. It was the wife's eyes. Look, there she is. She's looking around. Who's laying next to her in bed? Who's laying next to her in bed?
A gorilla.
A gorilla. I would be so scared if a gorilla was laying next to me in bed. Oh. Look, it looks like she is taking them all back to the zoo. She's holding the gorilla's hand. Good night, zoo.
Zucchini. Zucchini. Up zoo.
Look, the gorilla looks like, look at his face. Looks like he's whispering, shh. They're still following him. Good night, dear. Good night.
Good night, dear. Good night.
This time the gorilla is hiding at the bottom of the bed. Good night, gorilla, the mouse says.
Good night, gorilla, the mouse says.
Look at all those letter Z's. That means that the gorilla is already sleeping. They say shh. The end. That is a silly, silly book. Miss Brittany likes Goodnight Gorilla though. I'm going to put our story down for a minute and we're going to talk about our letter hunt we're going to go on. So in just a minute, Miss Brittany hid some letters around our house, okay? So Brantley, he doesn't know where they're hiding. I made him close his eyes. So we're going to go find the letters where they're hiding. He's going to take them off the wall and then he's going to try to tell me what letter they are. Mom and Dad, you can always help your kids make some letters and work on the writing and tape them up on the wall, or maybe have them work on the letter sounds, anything like that. And if you want to make it a little easier, try using letters in your child's name. So friends, let's go find some letters. I'm going to have to take you off the camera stand for a minute. All right. All right, ready? Let's go, Brantley.
Yes.
So we're gonna go look for any letters. Do you see any letters, friends? Brantley, did you find a letter?
Yeah, it's a little L.
It's a letter L. Do you see that, friends? Letter L. He found an L on the wall.
Where's another little one?
Okay. Brantley, I think maybe let's go in your room.
I found a little D.
What letter did you find?
A little D.
A letter G on our letter hunt. He found the letter G.
I could see. Let's go in Colton's room.
There's none in Colton's room. They're all in your room. Brantley, do you see any more?
I found this one on my child as well. I found another little. It's a little J.
It's a letter J. Good job, the letter J. It says like jump. Brantley, jump. J for jump. Good job.
I want to show you so they can
Okay, we have 2 more letters in your room. Can you find them?
Yeah. One on my door.
There's one on your door.
Yeah. I want to do another little hunt.
What letter is it?
It's a little F.
Letter F. F for fish. There's fish at the zoo.
Swim.
Okay, little fish, stand back up. See if you can find the last letter in your room.
I want to go for another little hunt. Can we find it's a little E?
Show them.
E.
Show them the E.
E. Another little hunt. Another little
Can't see, say
hunt.
letter E.
Little E. Any more letters?
There's no more letters hiding in our room. All right, let's head back into our classroom area.
What? Are you going to do another little hunt? Mommy? Another little hunt.
All right, friends, I'm going to set you back on our camera stand. Brantley, can you close the door, please?
One way to close it. Wow, big pink apples.
All right, that letter hunt was a lot of fun. So Miss Brittany only hid 5 letters that time, but you can pick and choose however many letters you want to hide around your house. Maybe you could do some uppercase ones and they could find the lowercase matches, or have to come up with this letter sound, or maybe an animal that even starts with that letter. That would be a fun one. So there's lots of different ways to make that activity a little harder or a little easier, depending on what your child needs.
Oh, my dad's going downstairs. Are we done yet?
You can go downstairs.
Are we done?
Go downstairs.
Are we done?
Mommy has one more thing to do.
Now I go to what's it?
All right. So,
I can't get out.
this one one is gonna be a little trickier to see just because it's on our letter Z.
This door I can't open. Why can't I open it? Why?
So our paper says, in my zoo, I would have. So Miss Brittany's linked all these fun little animals that you can cut out. So let's go over. There's a rhino, a monkey, a bear. This one looks like he might be a pig, a crocodile, a tiger, a giraffe, and then a penguin. It's Miss Brittany's favorite. So in my zoo, I would have a penguin. So I went ahead and I cut out my penguin. So if you have glue or tape at home, you can cut out your animal and glue it or tape it on there. So in my zoo, I would have a penguin. And then on the lines up here, we are gonna write the word penguin. So I want you guys to say it really slow and stretch it out with me while we try to figure out that first letter in the word penguin. Penguin. Who knows? What letter says P? P? Blow out your air, say P, P. Good job, it is a P. So I'm gonna write a P. Penguin. So Miss Brittany only wants you guys to try to work on getting that first sound. I know the rest of them could be really hard. So I'm gonna write the rest of penguin. So P, E, N, G, U, I, N. And then we always put a period at the end of our sentence. So in my zoo, I would have a penguin. And animals at the zoo are normally in cages. So if you have popsicle sticks at home, it would be really fun. You could glue popsicle sticks or toothpicks on to make it look like your animal is inside a cage. That would be so much fun. Miss Brittany doesn't have any of that at home. So we're just gonna use a marker, okay, to make it look like our penguin is in a cage, okay? So maybe we'll just draw some long pull down lines. And there we go. I'm going to take my paper down so you guys can see it. So there's our penguin inside the cage. Are penguins really in the cage at the zoo though? No, you guys always see them swimming in the water. But a tiger might be in the cage, or the monkeys, depending on what you pick, or the hippo. I'm going to put our paper back up. All right. I had fun doing my letter hunt and reading Goodnight Gorilla and picking out an animal to live in the cage. So I want you guys to work on some of this stuff at home. And then I miss you guys so much. Maybe take some time to play outside today. It's going to be nice and warm this weekend. And I will see you guys again on Monday. Bye, friends.